SPMP サイドストーリークンネチプ
Previous overview. When Kunnecup and the others were discovered by the men of the village, they split up and escaped, but on the way, Momu injured his leg, and Kunnecup hurriedly hid in the bushes with Momu. We waited for the night lying face down in the bushes. It's dangerous to move in the dark, but we have to get as far away from here as possible. I was nervous until it got dark, but the trembling subsided. The problem is Momu's leg injury. Actually, it's better for him not to move his legs, but I'll ask for a little more patience and move to a place where the two of us can feel safe. Then we started walking slowly towards the downstream of the river, listening to the sound of the river. It was hard to walk while supporting Momu's body, but he was always there to help me, so now it's my turn. Was hungry, but now I'm going to hold on and move on. Then we slowly moved forward. Meanwhile, Momu was leaning against me as he walked, but after passing through the bushes he found a broken branch of a tree, which he used as a cane to start walking. His body was heavy and tired, so he felt grateful for the tree branches. After that, we walked a little faster, but we couldn't really go much because we were walking in the dark, relying only on the sound of the river. It turned out that when the sky began to lighten, we had been walking all night except when we had eaten, so we must have already reached the shore, but we didn't even smell the sea. We should walk along the river bank to find a place, but we can't do that. If we were found by the people of that village now, we would not be able to escape. After that, we continued to walk a little away from the river, but we never reached the sea, and the scenery around us seemed to be walking in the same place. We tried to get back to the river, but we didn't even reach the river, and it was only then that we realized that we had lost our way. We got lost in a strange land, and there is no one to look for us. It's the worst situation. We have to do something about it ourselves, but we don't know how. My sister might know how to do it, but I didn't know anything about the mountains because I used to go to the sea all the time. I talked to Momu, and he said that the first thing we had to do was find the river, so we changed our direction a little and started moving forward again. But the situation remained the same, and the sun came directly overhead. Momu was walking painfully, and when I looked at his legs, they were blue-black and swollen. I'd like to at least cool his swollen legs, but there's not much water left. As I looked around impatiently, a tree caught my eye. What I wondered was that there was no vegetation at all around the tree, and only a large tree that was a little whitish stood out. I called out to Momu and approached the tree, and it was thinner than the polycodon tree, but it was a magnificent thick tree. Let's try it here. Who knows, maybe our ancestors will help us. I knelt down in front of the tree as usual and began to pray. But I don't feel anything. It was the same when I prayed with my hands on the ground. I wonder if it's useless after all. Maybe if I touch the tree directly, I will feel something. My sister, ancestors, help me. I stood up and walked up to the tree and gently put my hand on it. The moment I touched the tree, I could feel the sound of water flowing in my palm. And the next moment, something different from the sound of water came through. Sounded. It's a voice. Let's unite the tree with consciousness. As I deepened my concentration, I gradually began to hear voices more clearly. The voice said, "Go to the direction of the rising sun." And the voice was familiar. It's my sister's voice. Maybe my sister is praying now. Thank you, my dear sister. I immediately told Momu which way to go, and we slowly moved forward again. Momu was still walking on one leg, but his expression was brighter than before. Seeing Momu like that, I was happy that I was able to help him because I had only been helped by them, but I was happiest with his cheerful expression. We are definitely heading to the sea. I felt nostalgic for the scent of salt that wafted in. We seemed to have gone quite deep into the mountains, and when we arrived at the beach, it was just before the sun went down. But the sunset I saw at that time was very nice. Today's story ends. The story is updated every Saturday. Please look forward to. If you like, please subscribe to the channel. See you again.